1, 2, 3. I've been running from the pain, trying not to feel the same, but it's a shame that we miss again. See, my confidence is shaking and my heart is feeling vacant, so you tried to fill it in. You said I could fix the broken in your heart. You would save in dark.
The difference between biomes and ecosystem has to do with their root definitions and what they describe. A biome is a large region of the world that has similar plants, animals, and other organisms that are adapted to the terrain and weather of that region. An ecosystem is the interaction of plants and animals with non-living things and each other. Each organism has a role to play within the ecosystem. Ecosystems are the interaction between the living things and non-living things in a place. The non-living parts of the ecosystem, such as nutrients, temperature, and water availability. All the living organisms of an ecosystem, such as plants, animals, and microbes. In an ecosystem, the plants, animals, and other organisms rely on each other and on the physical environment like soil, water, and nutrients. Within ecosystem, habitat exists that vary in size. Habitats are defined as the area's population of organisms live in. A population is a group of organisms that live in the same place at the same time. Different populations interact, and when they interact, they are considered as a community. Ecosystems are defined as when these communities interact with their non-living environment. The habitat provides food, water, and shelter for the organisms that live within it. And when those supplies become diminished, the organisms will move to another habitat. Biomes are large regions of the world with similar plants, animals, and other living things that are adapted to the climate and other conditions. A biome is a large area characterized by its vegetation, soil, climate, and wildlife. There are 5 major types of biomes. Those are aquatic, grassland, forest, desert, and the tundra. The aquatic biomes include both freshwater and marine biomes. Freshwater biomes are bodies of water surrounded by land, such as ponds, rivers, and lakes, that have a salt content of less than 1%. Marine biomes cover close to 3/4 of Earth's surface. Marine biomes include the ocean, coral reefs, and estuaries. Grasslands are open regions that are dominated by grass and have a warm and dry climate. There are two types of grassland, the tropical grassland and the temperate grassland. Next is the forest. Forests are dominated by trees and cover about one-third of the earth. Forests contain much of the world's terrestrial biodiversity, including insects, birds, and mammals. Deserts are dry area where rainfall is less than 50 centimeters per year. They cover around 20% of Earth's surface. Deserts can be either cold or hot, although most of them are found in subtropical areas. Lastly is the tundra. A tundra has extremely inhospitable conditions, with the lowest measured temperature of any of the 5 major biomes, with average yearly temperature ranging from 34 to 12 degrees Celsius. Destruction and change of our world doesn't care whether it affects an ecosystem or biome. In fact, when there is a depletion of resources, climate change or other damage, both biomes and ecosystem that exist in it can be damaged or completely destroyed. The depletion in one biome can affect another biome and then affect all the ecosystem within those biomes. For example, in the forest biome, deforestation not only destroys the ecosystem and habitats within the forest biome, but the lack of trees can affect neighboring biomes. Trees redirect and shield wind and weather. Without trees, erosion takes place and weather change occur, which can affect climate in the other biomes and ecosystems. Organisms in those ecosystems can lose resources. They'll then have to find different habitats or increase competition for the remaining resources. If they can exist in another biome, organisms will invade the new biome, creating new ecosystem or destroying existing ones. Sometimes, organisms share 2 or more biomes or ecosystems. For example, when the desert biome meets the ocean biome, predators from the desert like foxes or coyotes will sometimes prey on fish or other sea life in the ocean biome. Though the mammals do not live within the ocean biome, they reduce the population of that biome, which could affect the relationships between the organisms that live in the ocean biome. A sharp increase in land mammals that prey on ocean biomes could destroy the balance and, in the end, destroy entire population. The resources would be depleted and the land mammals would move to another habitat where they could survive, which would also cause the food chain or food web to shift in those areas. But why actually biomes are very important to us? Well, the biomes we live in determines the types of animals and plants we will interact with, the building materials available to us, the food we can find, grow, and hunt, the clothing we need to use are all determined by the biome we inhabit.